are now watching The Leaping Lemur.
With those people, did they come to your house and did you guys like, you know, do
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the with the 13, 14, those people?
Yeah. They actually came to my house and like went down in the basement and everything, and we winded up
And-
like. It did not last that long, but it still counts though because it's like, you know.
Y'all, as much as I would love to sit here and listen to music all day, you know what I mean? We got a show to do. Y'all. Today, we're going to be talking about Anacondasin, the notorious, infamous. I don't think notorious is the right word, is it? Yeah, I think that has a negative connotation, right? Like notorious. The notorious, infamous Anacondasin, folks. That's who we're going to be talking about today. Here's a little video that might be a refresher for y'all. This is the Mine Forge craft, I believe. And this is sort of like on the same I don't know what the fuck I got going on there, bro. Wavelength. For some reason, I was going to say length. I was going to like fucking reverse the letters of each word. But anyway, it's on the same wavelength as the dedicated Wham kid. So yeah, you guys can watch it. Hopefully it's a refresher.
Hey.
Would you like to join my dad's Minecraft server, Mineforgecraft? I've got business cards here if you would like to
Join his Minecraft what?
Bro, she gave me whatever she's got, y'all. Like whatever she's got, bro.
Minecraft, Mineforgecraft.com.
Mineforgecraft.
He's headed up for like a few
Her and the
years, I think,
dedicated
now.
Wham.
He's
If
got really
only
good
her and the
stuff.
dedicated Wham guy, man, like found each other, then maybe shit would be different in the world. So let's hear her explain what happened to her server. Real quick.
What really happened to Mineforgecraft? The Minecraft server, 2013. Well, once it got out there and everybody started joining the server, a lot of people came on there just to mess around on the server. You know, griefing, is that what they call it? And to make fun of me. And to make fun of the whole situation. It was no longer fun for my sister and my dad. Because they were the ones that were the head of Mineforgecraft, along with some of my dad's online friends.
Now, okay, you're like, well, this sounds like a normal story. You know, things happen, people have falling outs. This is where the story takes a turn for the worse, folks, right here. This is just about where shit hits the fan.
And I might have also played a role in why the server got shut down. I was talking to him, but he had a wife and kid. He was 35 years old, and I tried to meet up with him. I was worried that he was gonna throw me under the bus afterwards and then tell my dad and get me in trouble.
She's got grandma glasses on, bro. I haven't seen anybody wear these type of glasses since like 1985, and I don't even know why I'm saying that, because I wasn't even around in 1985. But you know what I mean? Like, just pretend that makes sense, bro. I mean, it makes sense, right? Like logically, it makes sense. It's just like I think the way that I phrased it doesn't really make sense, but you know what I mean? It's like 1985 called. They want their fucking glasses back, type shit.
Being able to meet me at a hotel.
Type shit. You know what I mean? Type shit. I think I made my point. Game Minecraft. Shout out to Minecraft. Have you ever been pumped and dumped by an N-word? That's her song. I don't know. This is probably, I mean, obviously, like if I re-upload this, I'm definitely gonna take this part out. Like there's no way I'm playing this part, or if I do, it's gonna be heavily censored. But this is her song. I believe I've seen it like in other, because it's on YouTube, right? Like I've seen it in documentaries and stuff.
1, 2, 3. You ever been fucked by me?
I'm gonna leave it at that. I think that's enough. That's enough. All right, you guys get the gist.
Be hard again.
She said the N-word.
Donation.
That's her song. She's like a locale chaser. She tried to get with Cyrax, King Cobra.
That's yes. So let's start banging it up, shall we? We got our ranch.
What the fuck?
Sitting here eating a build your own bundle, number 3.
She's smacking down a fucking Arby's sandwich. I ain't never ate Arby's. I've never had the willpower to eat Arby's. I already know it's trash. I've just heard horror stories from Arby's, bro. I've never heard anybody tell me, oh yeah, that Arby's is good, bro. That's some really good Arby's.
Going beast on that bundle.
Hell yeah, man.
What do we got here? Bacon cheeseburger. Oh yes. Maybe splash a little bit of ranch on there. Burger King's not a sponsor. Free advertisement.
What's with locales and saying like this, that, and the other isn't fucking sponsored? I feel like Nova used to say that in the past. Maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like I've heard that before. Like eating something and then being like, yeah, but it's non-sponsored. It's like, no shit. I didn't think fucking Burger King sponsored you, King Cobra. Anyway, so basically, a lot of people hit me up. They were telling me about how like Anaconda was using my name. So we'll get to that in a bit, but that kind of, you know, this kind of leads us to there. So a couple nights ago, I was doing a late night with Lemur, and Anacondasin had joined, and I didn't know if it was her or not. Like genuinely, I didn't know if it was her. The account just barely had shit on it. It was basically an empty account. It wasn't the one that I just showed you guys, because I guess she like got logged out of that main one. So it was just an empty account. It said Anacondasin. It had no picture. So I was like, hey, if you're really Anacondasin, why don't you make a video? You know, I was fucking around with them. Like, I was like, yeah, if this is Anacondasin, it'll be funny because, you know, we'll get a little goofy video out of it. And if it's not, then it's not. So, you know, I told them, oh, if you're really Anacondasin, make a video, say shout out to the Leaping Lemur, yada, yada, yada. So basically, then we get to this video right here. Is that actually Anacondasin's? No, they joined this year.
And
it's a fan. It's like a fake. That'd be hella crazy if it was though. Oh my god, that would be nuts.
Everyday life with my best
that
friends,
would be nuts.
my family.
We're getting a little bit of Lemurception here. Lemur reacting to Lemur. Ain't that kind of weird?
I didn't read that until just now. I'll try
Holy!
one.
Let's see. Hold on, folks. So yeah, I didn't expect this to happen at all. So obviously when it did, I was like, no fucking way. Like, y'all, that's pretty fucking crazy to see Anacondasin in the wild like that, and then for her to also make a video thinking that shit's cool. Man, this was a wild night right here, y'all. Wait. Let me pull up awesome. This, bro, watch it be like just a fake edited video of Anacondasin. I'm gonna be so pissed. This person like Rick rolls me or something like that. Hold on, let me check this out. But this is exciting, folks. I mean, Anacondasin. There was no direct contact between me and Anacondasin. This was me speaking in my live stream. I tricked her into making a video by not even talking to her. So I don't know if you guys want to go as far as to say that's touching the poop. That's your opinion. But I think I did a pretty good job at like staying away from her, like not interacting with her. Even when I was in her live stream, I didn't join, I didn't talk to her, I didn't do anything. I just told people to report her live stream. I told people to fucking, you know, keep the evidence. I recorded the evidence. That's all you got to do, man. But yeah, it's just fucking, I'm just tricked her, bro. I just tricked her. That's all I did. That's what you do, man. You fuck with these people. Actually me. Okay, let's see. First, let's watch this one.
Leaving Lemur, Anacondasin also
Holy shit!
on TikTok. I am here right now watching your stream. I'm gonna post this video to this account. This is AKA me, Anacondasin, the real Anacondasin, dude. I got banned off Kiwi Farms. I paid 72. I'm telling you guys the truth. I can't look up the Cyrax rule.
What the fuck is wrong with your eye? Yeah, so she ends up kind of detailing what was wrong with her eye eventually. But yeah, people tagged me on Twitter a bunch today, like earlier today. And, you know, I got this one from this person here. They said, Anacondasin is live on TikTok using your name right now. And yeah, she was using my name, but kind of misspelled. That's my profile picture there. And then we have here where they took a couple of clips. So yeah, we can watch their clips here.
No, wait, is it the 15th Amendment? I can't remember.
This is Anacondasin explaining why she isn't in jail.
Constitutional rights. The First Amendment, the Fourth and the Fifth and the Sixth Amendment, and the 14th Amendment. No, wait, is it the 15th Amendment? I can't remember which. The point is, I'm protected under multiple constitutions, which is why I'm not thrown in jail for the things I've said on the internet.
That's her excuse right there. And apparently she continues here.
Move forward. I can't undo the things I've made. I can't undo my TikToks. I can't undo the things I've said. I can't undo. But again, it doesn't matter because it was all for entertainment.
Yeah, she says multiple constitutions, as if we have multiple constitutions. I also got tagged in this one here.
So I had to like only walk like 2 hours. So I had to take the bus out there, downtown, then take the bus out there, then take the bus to stop downtown to take another other bus to go back to my house. And I had to pay, and that's 3 hours there and back just to walk 2 hours.
She was on live for like 6 hours just rambling to people. Here's another. This is when this is like after everything went down, and then she's still admitting to shit.
Well, we'll forgive you for all of the, let's say, sins that you did, right? I think everyone's forgiven.
Yeah.
Now that you admitted to all
also
this.
forgive yourself too. Remember that, guys. You gotta forgive yourself and do what you can to better yourself.
Yeah. So you've forgiven yourself for being with 8 kids, right?
Yeah.
The best part is about being self-aware.
So yeah, she says that she had relations with 8 minors. This is something that she admitted during this live stream. 8 minors that she said she accidentally met on apps like Instagram and shit like that. Maybe Tinder. I think she said like she was using Tinder, but then she like jumps back and forth. Sometimes she says Tinder. At one point she says Instagram and Snapchat. Doesn't really make any sense. But according to her, she didn't know. So I have like a cool chunk, like basically the whole time when she was admitting it. So we're gonna be looking at that as well, folks. That's gonna be pretty good.
But how did they find your house?
Okay,
Yeah,
so
bad.
no,
Yeah.
wait.
I'm like, you
Okay,
gotta go
so
battling.
with those people, did they come to your house and did you guys like, you know, do like
Yeah.
so with the 13, 14, those people?
Yeah. They actually came to my house and like went down in the basement and everything.
So this is her explaining that it was more. This isn't a fucking Nova situation. This isn't a Cyrax situation. This is like real life people. According to her, these are 8 real life individuals that she brought down to her basement. And according to like somehow, some way, she didn't figure out that these people were underage until after incidences occurred. I don't understand how that could happen. That makes no sense. And when she's confronted, she doesn't explain. She kind of just like starts going off about other shit. But you know, we'll get there when we get there.
And we winded up like, it did not last that long, but it still counts though, because it's like, you know, and I used protection and all that stuff, so at least it was that.
Oh, right.
Because I always made sure to use protection when I was on the internet and stuff, but I was also drinking a lot and stuff too, and I made sure never to give anybody alcohol, because I was told by my dad that some of these people
impersonating
younger,
me.
right,
He's an
18,
imposter.
19, they'll be giving these people alcohol.
Can you guys see the toothbrush in my fucking recently used emojis?
And so I was told that not to give them alcohol, so I basically stated that rule. I told them, don't touch this, you can't have none of this. I kept track of how many beers I've had.
She also like, sort of like how Jupiter blames his situation on nicotine, she blames her situation on alcohol. So she's like, yeah, whenever I drink, for some reason, somehow, some way, I end up with minors. Like that's her thing. Literally, they ask her, this person Lucas here, who's in the chat, they ask her, they say, you know, like, what will you do? Like, what can you do to prevent this? You know, like get off the internet. And she's like, well, you know, maybe if I stop drinking, it would help. Shout out to Aidinger, I think that, I don't know if that's how you say your name, but shout out to Donger. AI Donger. Yeah, we're gonna start calling you AI Donger, pal. Yeah, for the fucking $2 Canadian, for the $2 Canadian and 79 Canadian cents. They said, this is a book you can judge by its cover. Yes indeed, folks. This is one of them. I mean, yeah. This is probably how it looks on the inside, just as much as it looks on the outside, you know.
Before they left, so I could know whether they took it or not. And yeah, just made sure they didn't drink while they were there.
How many underage people do you think?
But yeah, Jupiter the hybrid, he has his nicotine, she has her alcohol. They're one and the same.
How many underage people do you think you talked to, or I've slept with, I should say?
8.
8?
No.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
you.
8
Maybe
people.
10. I don't know.
Underage.
Yeah, kind of lost count, but I think
Right.
it might have been
I like tweaked out trying to clear that notification, and then I realized when I'm recording it doesn't show up anyway, so then I just like quickly swiped it.
somewhere within
And were you drunk for all of these?
Yeah, I did a lot of drinking over the years. Yeah.
Dude, you gotta stop drinking.
Drink at my dad's. I know. This is why I don't drink it all anymore. Because I noticed this when looking back on these memories. Because I was always drinking before these things happened. Like at my dad's or like.
Yeah, see, she blames it all on drinking, as if drinking made her fucking text up 8 minors, bring them to her basement, and then with them. That's insane.
Drinking out in the camp areas or whatever. Like
no
we had
logic
alcohol
there.
in the camp.
I mean, there's no logic anyway to doing some shit like that, but like it doesn't even make sense. Her lies is what I'm trying to say. Like the excuses, the lies, they don't track at all in any sense.
Stuff like that. Like this is why I cannot drink, dude. And this is also why I don't have like dating apps and stuff. At least I know that.
Do you think that maybe you could DM me about anything you can't talk about on live? Because I'm just honestly curious. You obviously don't
but I
have
also don't want it to like get out there or whatever the heck. I think we said it. I think we said what we said, and I think that was pretty good, solid answers for like right.
Yeah, if you want to DM me anything else, my DMs are open. But that's so 8. Sorry, there's a fly in my room. I'm just kind of
it's hard to get those things out of your room. Yeah.
Is your boyfriend aware of that stuff?
Yes. Not some of it, not all of it. He had things like that happen to him as well.
So he's also dated people?
Yeah. He got accused of something like that at a fairgrounds that he went to, and
So the boyfriend's a diddler too. The boyfriend is also alleged. And then she goes on to say that she's like, oh yeah, this shit happens. He understands that sometimes people get falsely accused. How are you gonna say that you're getting falsely accused when you admitted to doing it? What are you being falsely accused of? What are you being falsely accused for? I don't understand. You said that you did this to 8 individuals, to 8 minors, right? So what's there? I don't understand. I'm getting ahead of myself a little bit, but you'll see why the fuck, like, I just don't understand it. It's frustrating, it's frustrating.
And I think it was not Big Rapids. He was from Big Rapids. He was in Florida or something like that, and he was traveling around with these fairground people that were doing fairground stuff, and there was this girl that was significantly younger, and then people accused him of stuff, and then he wound up leaving overnight with a security guard and then never going back. So I don't want to say his name or anything, so I don't want to dox him, but so this doesn't just happen to people like me. This happens to other people also, if they get lied to or lied on or whatever, and then stuff happens.
Okay.
Never go back to that town ever again or whatever.
Probably a good thing.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, maybe just
Don't go back.
I hope nobody's recording this, Winks.
I just said right now on stream, I typed, how the fuck are they lying on you? And she's blind. I didn't know she was this blind, but she's so blind that she can't fucking read chat or anything on her screen. She has to use like text to speech talk back bullshit.
That's very insightful, and I'm really glad you told us that. I mean, maybe, like I said in the beginning, people can forgive you for this now that you've said it out loud.
Yeah, but I don't really count on it though. I'm more focused on like the emotional and physical aspect of like battling myself outside of the internet. Like I mean, this is more for me rather than if you guys forgive me, that's you guys. But if you don't, like not everyone's going to. But now I gotta work towards. Can I forgive myself, and how can I work towards to make sure that this kind of stuff doesn't happen in the future, and how can I battle myself?
So she thinks that by bettering herself, being on a platform like TikTok, and she acknowledges this. Before I was recording, I wish I recorded this part, but there's a portion where she acknowledges how there's a lot of kids on TikTok and how it's probably not a good place for her. but then she just brushes it off. She's like, yeah, you're right. And then they just continue talking. And it's like, maybe you shouldn't be on TikTok. Maybe you shouldn't be on the internet at all. Maybe that would help. I don't know. Maybe that's like a good first step.
Into what I've fallen into in the past. For one, I not drink. So
Yeah, that's good.
not be on dating apps and stuff. That's a
Feeling hot
plus
tonight,
two, but,
boys. Feeling hot tonight. I feel you.
because there's so many children on this app. Because I realized now.
Oh, it's right here. Okay, it's right fucking here. I thought I didn't record this part. There we go. Holy shit. I foreshadowed it.
Having seen AI and having voiceover, that when you read the underline of TikTok, it says 14 plus.
Yeah, it's definitely got to be higher if people like you are on
That
here, right?
explains the rules, that explains the guidelines, explains why everything kind of went the area that it went, because they geared towards a younger audience rather than like the adults.
Yet here she is talking about how she brought 8 minors into her basement. That is insane. She acknowledges that the platform has a bunch of kids on it, but yet there she is.
Which kind of stinks.
I had to go tell Chilla about this, so I like stopped the recording and I'm like, okay, this is a good place for me to like take a break, go tell Chilla what's going down, and then we'll join back. So this is me joining back after letting Chilla know that this girl was going insane and basically letting everybody know everything. And this is a good part we come back to as well.
Yes.
Well, I don't know. I shouldn't say good because none of it's good, but this is her admitting a lot here.
Staying off the internet is definitely a good idea.
I mean, I think it's good for everyone's sake, especially young people.
Yourself and myself, you, everyone else. Yeah, that is good too, because
Somebody's asking what they did in the basement. According to her, they did stuff. They did stuff together. Yeah, man.
will have to be reminded of something that maybe they don't want to be reminded of. Maybe they have like a trigger that goes with it, or a memory that's kind of like PTSD, like a bad memory or something that triggers another thing. Like one thing triggers another thing, that triggers another thing, that triggers another thing.
Years of age individuals.
It's like reliving it over again, and maybe I'm triggering
There's no way to make that
that's
sound
why
good. There's no way to make that sound good.
Even after all this time, it doesn't just go away, because PTSD doesn't work that way. It's just...
And then she starts talking about fucking PTSD like she's the victim or something, after just talking about... I don't understand how people can do this. People like Cyrax, people like Nova. Oh, I have PTSD. I'm the victim. Think about all the people that you've hurt.
I might be the thing that's triggering it, and I think that's what's happening. If I can realize what triggers all, and I'm one of them, that what can I do to go forward to not be the trigger, I guess.
So, okay. I keep seeing this comment about a hamster. I think I know some stuff about it, but if you want to talk about it more, maybe you can get into it. But
there was
of course you don't have to.
There was hamsters that I let loose when I was younger, and they got eaten by the dog. And then yeah, I let them loose out of their cage. We all had three of them, my brother and my sister, and all 3 of them. I was about 7 years old, and I was always watching like cartoons like Tom and Jerry and things like that, and I got curious and I just let them out of the cage, and they went around outside, and then I woke up the next day and my sister cried and said they got eaten by the dog.
Oh wow, that's awful.
Yeah.
Did you let them out on purpose or an accident?
I just opened the cage and they were running around outside and stuff, like out around. And
right.
Again, nothing can really be done now, because the choice was really up to me. So, and I kind of like didn't decide like, how many more people would affect, things like that or whatever. And then I realized I basically told the prosecutor, the investigator, I told the investigator, the guy on the phone, if he's a real guy, not a troll, that people make mistakes.
Okay, so now her excuse is that people make mistakes, that it was all a mistake. Every time she talked to a minor, it was a mistake.
Can be forgiven, and he wanted me to explain to him what that meant, and I told him what it meant, that sometimes people mess up, and they do things they don't mean, they do things that they don't, like, necessarily mean to do, that hurts people, hurts other people, and, I tried to mention all the good things I do remember,
Yeah, I'm sure you're a good person just with some of these flaws, right?
Yeah, we all have
yeah,
flaws and mistakes that we make. Yeah.
Yeah, of course. You're
all-
definitely didn't with 8 kids on purpose, right?
Right, not on purpose. No.
And then, yeah, there's another admission.
Yeah, nobody.
It was a mistake to do it 8 times. How do you do something 8 times in a fucking row? 8 times. And you're like, oh yeah, okay, I'm gonna make the same mistake again. That's nuts. That doesn't make any sense.